Hey, what's going on YouTube? So welcome back. I just wanted to share a little thing I found out over the weekend for my STI. Let's go ahead and take a quick walk around. Not much has changed up here. Still got everything going on. Got the new Sabon trunk. I did go ahead and put a train horn on my STI. You might ask why, and it's because I'm tired of getting cut off by people and them hearing my little wimpy hella horn, so went ahead and upgraded that. But today I wanted to talk about the carbon fiber drive shaft and what you might need to know when you go to install it. So I did go ahead and install the carbon fiber drive shaft, and when I did, I noticed that the stock bolts won't work, and I've read this online, so I kind of expected that. So what I ended up doing was I ran to Home Depot, found some grade 8 bolts and nuts and washers and all that stuff, brought it home, installed it, and then I realized, not a huge deal breaker, but they weren't partially threaded. In other words, they didn't have this little flat piece on the edge of the bolt. Kind of hard to see on here, but you see where it's shiny, and then you see the threads, and that's so that the drive shaft can ride on that solid metal piece and not on threads. So I was kind of concerned that over time it was going to flatten out, and so I'm going to show you if they work today and link everything down below. Alright, quick recommendation: if you guys are going to go ahead and do the drive shaft in your garage, go ahead and lift the back of the car up, and that way you don't spill any differential fluid out of the front diff. So we're going to climb up under here, see if these bolts work. Oh, and while I'm down here under the car, I wanted to show you these Cusco braces. So I had the white lines on here, and this little metal piece in between that holds the bushing snapped, and that was from going around corners too fast. So I went ahead and got this Cusco one. Does the same thing as the white line, but it's just like armor for that piece, so I highly recommend that. I do have the Cusco control arms to adjust. We're gonna slide on back and look at the bolts. Alright, so here's what I did temporarily, and I'm going to take one bolt out just to see if that flat piece will fit. Actually, if I just hold it up here, I should be able to tell. And it looks perfect, guys. Hold on. Alright guys, as you can see, this is the new bolt. It's not going to interfere with the drive shaft. The rounded part, or the flat part, is actually perfect. It rides on the differential as well as goes through the carbon fiber drive shaft, which you can see right there. And real quick, if you are going to install the carbon fiber drive shaft, you don't need to take a whole lot out. You will take this center exhaust piece out, leave your downpipe, and then this heat shield. What I did once this exhaust was removed is I removed this bolt, and then the bolt that you can get to on the front. There's a bolt that is hidden up by the O2 sensor, so you can only get the one on the driver's side. So I got those 3 bolts out, and then I pulled the heat shield down a little bit, unbolted the stock drive shaft, slid it out, and then was able to slide the new drive shaft back in. And it took about an hour total to install this on my back in my garage, and so that's it. So let me try the first bolt, make sure everything does in fact work. These are M8 bolts by 1.25 thread pitch, and I got the brand new nuts and also locking washers, which is what came on the factory. And why the factory bolts won't work is they have a round piece here that is not a bolt. You can't put a wrench or anything on it, and one of the edges is sanded flat that rides against the stock drive shaft so it can't spin. When you try to use that on here, this part is going to end up spinning most likely, You won't be able to get it very tight, so that's why I recommend doing this. So let's go ahead, swap it out. In case you're wondering, I do use this. It's a Muller Merkzug, and it's from Germany, I believe. It's just a little device that you can put your wrenches in. If you need to go the opposite way, just flip it around. Gives you a lot more torque on the bolts. So these little tiny wrenches, you know, this is a small one. You can get some longer ones so you don't have to use that, but I don't have a set right now. I should. I can confirm that the new bolt does fit. You can see it's a little bit longer. I'm gonna go ahead and get some Loctite on here, and that way this bolt does not back out. I did have to thread this bolt on before I put it all the way in so that it would clear this. Otherwise, right now, I'm not sure if you could fit that nut on there. But yeah, that's it. If you want to get some bolts and you don't want to drill out your diff or your drive shaft, just get these bolts. I'll link them down below. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a good day. case you didn't hear the horn. Sucker's loud. That'll get someone's attention. Alright guys, catch you in the next one.